Alright, what's up guys? Bailey here. In this video, I will be going over UFC 317 Wrapped, just giving some of my thoughts. Now, I know, you're saying, Bailey, you didn't go 4-1. You were wrong on two of your predictions. Well, I added a caveat. You get what I'm saying? I'm not surprised that Peyton Talbott won, to be honest with you, but I am surprised that Joshua Van won, but we will talk about that. So yeah, if you like more UFC videos like this, make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below what you guys think about these fights. Let's get into it. Alright guys, Peyton Talbott bounces back. He rebounds right. He looked much better in this fight with his takedown defense. Even when he did get taken down and he was on bottom for a little bit, he worked his way back up. Very clean and precise on the feet. And he's back on track. He's back on track, and as far as him getting into the rankings is concerned, I think that he should fight somebody ranked. I think he should fight maybe a 14th or 15th guy. But I thought overall he did look really, really good in this fight. Lima did look good too, but Peyton Talbott was obviously just the better fighter. In Van, we trust, you guys. So Joshua Van, dude, easily fight of the night. Van is making history right now, and I can't understate this enough. He is 23, man, and he looked way better than his last fight. Way better. I mean, he was checking some leg kicks a little bit. His boxing was more crisp. Yeah, he was getting caught by Royval's jab and 1-2 just straight shots. But it's Brendan Royval. He's the #1 ranked guy in the division. And for Van, in a month time frame, to go from unranked to the #1 contender for the world flyweight title is absolutely insane. And we are witnessing history. Do I think he's going to beat Pantoja? I don't know, but to be honest with you, I'm not going to doubt him because the fact that he pulled this shit off was absolutely incredible. Joshua Van is a fucking stud. I mean, he just did not care at all about being hit or anything that Royval had for him, and I think that's what might set him apart from all these other guys. It's just he's not afraid. He's going to keep marching forward, and I really think that was what really carried Joshua Van in this fight, and yeah, man, all I gotta say is in Van we trust. So yeah, man, Pantoja absolutely dominated this fight. And yeah, he left Kai Kara-France just literally, you could see it, on his stomach, took him down, passed his guard, take his back, transition, blitz him on the feet, get him to the ground. It was a completely one-sided fight. And he should be in the pound for pound top 5 rankings, to be honest with you. I think that he's super underrated. He made Kai Kara-France, quite frankly, look very inexperienced, like he's never fought Pantoja a day in his life, and Pantoja dominated him. As far as his next fights, I want to see, obviously, Joshua Van, right? I want to see a super fight between him and Merab Dvalishvili, man. Because if I can get, listen, I really want Joshua Van to win. But if he doesn't, right, and that's very well a possibility, him versus Merab would be such a killer super fight. And I want to see it. Because Merab, who's he really going to fight right now besides Corey Sandhagen, right? We got Pantoja versus Van, Sandhagen versus Merab, and if they both win, have them fight each other. Because as far as I'm concerned, who else are they really both to fight? And and at this point, we got Merab, who's the bantamweight GOAT. We got Pantoja, who's becoming an underrated potential flyweight GOAT. And we got Joshua Van added into the mix too. And as far as I'm concerned, there's a lot of exciting things for Pantoja. You know what I mean? And if I was to book these fights, I would book Alexandre Pantoja versus Joshua Van. And then if Pantoja wins, have him fight Merab. But if Joshua Van wins, then you go from there with Joshua Van. More than likely, they're going to get a rematch. So either way, it works out in everyone's favor. Ilia Topuria fulfills his promise and knocks out Charles Oliveira cold.
There's a difference already in how Charles is absorbing these shots. Well, he's already busted up. Oh! Out cold. Oh my goodness.
And
He
now
called
the
it.
new
He
UFC
called it.
lightweight champion.
I think I'm going to start doing that more. I really think I'm going to start including the clips of the finishes here. That was bad. He knocked him out cold. And he shut down his grappling. And he just completely gave Charles nothing to work with, man. Now, Charles almost got that heel hook or that leg lock, but nah. Ilia just said, no. And to be honest with you, while watching the fight, it felt like Charles trying to defuse a ticking time bomb. And it wasn't if the bomb was going to blow up, it was just when. And Ilia Topuria is easily in the top 5 or top 10 of all time. You have to at least put him in your top 10 of all time, if he's not in your top 5. Now, me personally, he's borderlining my top 5. But he's easily top 10 of all time because of what he did last night and how he did it. He's just different. Ilia Topuria is different. And he proved that last night. Now, as far as future fights for him, I want to see him fight Arman Tsarukyan or Paddy Pimblett. I really think that stylistically, Arman would be a great matchup for Ilia. Paddy would be interesting as well. And that's obviously the big money fight that the UFC is probably going to do is Ilia versus Paddy. But I really do think that Ilia Topuria is going to knock out both of them, right? I really think that if Ilia were to go up against both of them, he's going to knock them both out cold. Now, you're probably saying, well, Charles Chin is suspect, and while it is, he's never been knocked out in his career. He's never been knocked out cold like that. You get what I'm saying? It's been a TKO. Maybe, when he hurt his collarbone against Max, he's been tapped out, he's been subbed, but never knocked out cold. That was the worst we've seen ever. And Ilia Topuria proved he's just a different breed, man. But guys, that is my UFC 317 Wrapped. Overall, I thought this was a phenomenal card. Easily a contender for card of the year, along with Lopez and Volk's card. I thought this card was phenomenal, man. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of this card. As far as Joshua Van, I would give him performance of the night, and I got to give him fighter of the card. For me personally, I think he really stood out and really made the card. And Pantoja was just kind of run of the mill, and Ilia Topuria is just going to bring it. But Joshua Van really stood out. And guys, that's it, man. I'll see you guys in the next video whenever I make one. Peace out.